Hey everyone, and welcome. So you're planning a trip, right? That means you've got to talk about your plans, figure out the rules, and know all your options. Well, today we're going to jump right into the essential English grammar that'll help you do all of that like a pro.
So let me ask you something. How do you actually talk about a plan you've already made? One that's set in stone. And how can you tell the difference between a really strict rule and just, a helpful suggestion? Well, stick around because that's exactly what we're going to clear up right now.
All right, part one. Every great adventure starts with a plan, right? It's that moment you decide, okay, this is where I want to go and this is what I'm going to do. And for that, the phrase going to is going to be your absolute best friend.
Okay, so here's the number one thing you need to remember about going to. It's not for some idea that just popped into your head. Nope. This is for a plan you've already made. You've thought about it, you've made up your mind. The key is the decision happened before you even started speaking about it.
And you know what the best part is? The structure is super simple. It's just your subject, the right form of the verb to be, so am, is, or are, and then going to plus your main verb. That's it. To make it negative, you just pop in not, and to ask a question, just swap the subject and the verb to be. Seriously, it's that easy.
Let's see how this looks in the real world. When someone says, we're going to travel to Istanbul next weekend, you immediately know this isn't a new idea, it's a plan they've already got. Or if I say, I'm not going to take any hand luggage, well, that's a packing decision I probably made last night. You can hear how every single one of these sentences points back to a decision that's already been made.
So, if you only remember one thing from this section, let it be this. If the decision was made before you speak, you use going to. It's that simple. Think of it like this. You've already bought the ticket, so you say, I am going to fly to Ankara. The plan is already set. It's happening.
Okay, so your plan is made. Awesome. Now, let's fast forward. You've arrived at the airport or the train station, and suddenly you're surrounded by rules, options, and things you need to do. This is where a whole different set of tools, which we call modal verbs, becomes absolutely essential.
We're going to focus on three big ones: can, must, and need to. Can is all about possibilities or options, what you're able to do. Must is for the heavy stuff, the strong obligations, the official rules. And need to is for all the practical necessities, the things you just have to do to make your trip go smoothly.
Now lean in for this one, because the difference between must and need to is so important. Must is like a stop sign. It's for official, non-negotiable rules. You must show your passport. There's no way around it. Need to, on the other hand, is more like a practical necessity. We need to leave early to miss the traffic. It's not a law, but it's totally essential if we want our plan to work out. Let's look at some more examples from a typical trip. You can check in online. That's giving you an option, a choice. Passengers must fasten their seatbelts. That's a strict safety rule, no ifs, ands, or buts. And we need to change trains. Well, that just describes a practical part of the journey. See how each one fits a very specific travel situation? It's pretty cool.
Okay, we've covered a lot. We talked about making plans with going to and navigating rules with our modal verbs. So let's put it all together now in a quick and easy guide so you can see it all in one place.
This chart just makes everything crystal clear, doesn't it? I'm going to buy a ticket. That's my plan. You can pay by card. That's my option. You must have a ticket. That's a hard rule. We need to find the platform, a practical necessity. And of course, you mustn't smoke. That's a big no-no. It's forbidden. Each phrase has a very specific job.
And there you have it. You've now got the key grammar tools to talk about all your travel plans and understand all the rules you'll see along the way. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to get you practicing. Where are you going to travel next?